In this video tutorial, you will learn how to complete the testing accommodations section. So again, you want to make sure you hover over, get yourself into the testing accommodations tab. And I already started completing some, which I'll go over with you in a second, but typically you would just see this selection screen underneath testing accommodations, and you choose which one you'd want to add, obviously consulting last year's IEP to see what the student already had. So one of them might be extended time. Typically students with IEPs have longer time on tests. You're going to want to put in, this is for the conditions on all state and local assessments. So that means any test the students take, whether it's something given by the teacher or a state test, they should have this service. And then underneath implementation recommendations is where you describe that specific accommodation. So in this case, extended time would be time and a half, or 1.5 times. So we don't have any students in middle school that have double time, so you want to make sure it always says time and a half if that's the service they're receiving. Other popular ones in our school are use of a scribe. So the condition never changes. It's always on all state and local assessments. For this implementation, it says scribe for written responses on tests. If you're using on-task focusing prompts, you could write verbal prompts from Proctor as needed. That's for students who are easily distracted when taking a test. Use of aids and assistive technology device. Something that students sometimes have for tests are laptop usage. So you could write use of laptop while typing written responses. Revised test format. This is to have questions read and reread on any test except for an ELA test. For revised test directions, you could have test directions read and reread. Breaks, an example would be 10-minute breaks for every 60 minutes of testing. And separate location, typically if they have extended time, they also have separate location because they're grouped together. And this would be in a separate room with no more than 12 students. There are other testing accommodations to choose from, but these tend to be the most popular. When you're done completing this section, you're going to hit Save Done Editing and move on to the next section.